Hey there. Before I get into the fanfic, I would like to inform you how this is going to work. Basically, at the end of each chapter, you have multiple choices to choose from that will have a major impact on the story. I will comment the choices down below, and the one that gets most likes is the one that I'll be writing. It's been 5 days since Bakugou's kidnapping, and it was almost as if he was swept off the Earth's surface. Class 1A was barely keeping it together, as he seemed to be chased by villains wherever they went. The worst case scenario was... well, you didn't want to think about it. Bakugou was strong. He had to pull through. But he was also strong enough not to be captured by any random villain. It had to be someone strong. Someone in the league. You hated that probability. You hated the fact that he was so far away, out of reach, and you couldn't do anything to help him. Aizawa-sensei wasn't about to let any of you go off on their own. The surveillance had increased in the UA dorms, to make sure none of you even tried to think about searching for him without permission. But that wasn't going to stop you. Not if you all decided on it. Jiro and some of your classmates were allowed to help pro heroes because of how useful their quirk was. But not without supervision. Kirishima couldn't sleep, not that anyone else could. He had tried to go find him on his own multiple times, and he managed to get caught in all of them. Ida was trying to keep everyone under control, but even he found it difficult to follow his teacher's orders when his classmate was in danger. He unsure to have to keep Midori from running off on his own, promising him that they would step in if it went on any longer than that. But you couldn't wait. You couldn't. You'd never felt so lost. There were too many questions, too many fears, too much uncertainty. What could he be feeling right now? Was he right? Was he hurting? Was he even alive? It felt like your heart was slowly being torn to pieces with each passing day. The ache in your chest only getting stronger. The door to Katsuki's room was open, and you let yourself look to see what could be inside. Kirishima was sitting on his bed, a paper in his hand. He gritted his teeth, clenching his fists as he tried to keep himself together. He couldn't cry. A part of him wished he could use his quirk to defy a strong wave of emotions, to stop himself from breaking down every now and then, because his best friend was captured, and he had no idea where he was, or what he could be going through. You sighed softly, and he whipped his head around, facing you, then looked down. Lion? What are you doing here? Nothing feels the same without him. It was sad, but it was every bit true. Bakugou had a loud personality after all. It was hard not to notice his absence and everything. You too, huh? He said, holding the paper close to him. You were curious what it had, but you weren't sure if it was the time to ask. You both stayed quiet for a long time, both of you not knowing what to say. What was there to be said, anyway? Why, Anne? Kirishima broke a silence, looking up at the ceiling. His expression was distant, yet he had a small smile creep onto his face. You tilted your head, and he went on. You know, Bakugou and I are really close. He tells me everything, or at least that's what I think. I still think he's okay, somewhere out there. He has to be after all, right? He's the manliest out of all of us. I'm sure he'll hold on until we can get to him. He may even get out on his own. But that's not what I wanted to say, anyway. He paused, tracing the edges of the paper. Bakugou told me to give you this letter, if something ever happened to him. It was my idea. He was going to give it to you himself. And I know he has to come back. He can do it. But I think it's about time you knew. Anyway, maybe it'll make you feel better. You were confused. Why would Bakugou write you a letter? What was it that he couldn't say to you in person? You took the letter out of Kirishima's hands and began to read it, your heart thumping loudly in your chest. Hey, dumbass. If you got this, then I guess I gave it to you after all. Or you're just fucking nosy. It doesn't matter that much to me. I wouldn't beat around the bush. I like you, YN. You piss me off every day. That's really strange. I shouldn't like you, should I? You're so weird, sometimes. You remind me of that damn Deku. You're so stubborn, like you'll die or something if you don't do what you want. It's stupid, not gonna lie. But it's also impressive, because you keep going. No matter what anyone says, you're so strong. It's like you were just born that way. Strong enough to keep going on your own, and give others reasons to do so too. I don't know what else to say, really. I'm not too good at this sappy crap. All I know is that you're really awesome, YN. If anyone's strong enough to beat me, it'd be you. You put it away, folding it neatly. You didn't want it to be soaked in your tears. You had to tell him. You had to. You had to know you liked him too. What should you do? A. Try to find him on your own. B. Convince the rest of your classmates to accompany you. C. Wait for the teachers. Your actions will have consequences. Please, choose carefully. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.